quiet city, where everything looks completely normal. But sometimes, the most dangerous thing is the one that cannot be seen. This is the story of a silence that shook an entire city. And the name of that silence was Lindsey Swan, Huntsville, Alabama, an ordinary American city where the streets grow quiet in the evening. Soft lights glow through the windows of homes, and every family stays busy in their own world. In this very city lived a 12-year-old girl, small, innocent, and always smiling. Her laughter was so genuine that anyone who saw her would say, "This child looks truly happy." But the truth was something very different. Slowly, something began to change. Her laughter started fading. She no longer talked the way she used to. Sometimes she would sit quietly for hours. Everyone at home noticed, but no one thought deeply about it. Maybe it's just her age. Maybe it's just a phase. Maybe it will pass. But this was not an ordinary change. It was a sign of invisible pain. At school, a place where every child goes to learn. For Lindsey, that place hid her greatest fear. Some people were hurting her, again and again, through taunts, through mockery, through words that cannot be seen, but pierce straight into the heart. Every day, she returned home wearing a smile, but deep inside, she was slowly breaking, and no one heard the sound of that breaking. Then came February 17th, 2026, a day that began like any other, but ended in a silence that changed everything forever. That evening, there was a strange stillness in the house. Her room door was closed, and behind that door was hidden a truth that would change the entire family forever. But the most heartbreaking part was still to come, because Lindsey had left behind a small message, a note in which all her pain was quietly gathered. She had written that people should try to understand others' feelings, that sometimes words can wound deeper than knives, and that if someone is breaking inside, they should never be left alone. After that night, the house was never the same. The walls were the same. The room was the same. But everything felt filled with a strange emptiness, as if she was still there, but could not be seen. Her mother often stood at the door of her room. Sometimes she felt as if a faint sound came from inside. But when the door opened, only silence remained. At school, too, strange changes began to appear. Her empty seat remained unused for days. Many students said it felt as if someone was still sitting there. But the greatest fear was not of any ghost. The greatest fear was the truth. Slowly, people began to realize the real monster was not an invisible force. It was the words, spoken every day, the mockery that felt like a joke to some, but for someone else, became deadly. After that day, the city began to change. In schools, children were spoken to more often. Teachers no longer just taught, they also listened. Parents stopped asking only, "How was school today?" Instead, they began asking, "Are you truly okay?" But the most frightening truth of this story remains the same even today. Because in every city, in every school, in every crowd, someone, even now, while smiling, is silently screaming inside. Remember, sometimes to save someone's life, we don't need to become heroes. All it takes is one moment to ask from the heart, "Are you okay?" If you enjoy stories that are true, chilling, and powerful enough to make you stop and think, then please make sure to like this video. Because even a single like from you helps these stories reach more people. And if you want us to keep bringing you horror, true dark, and real-life mystery stories just like this, then don't forget to subscribe right now. And make sure you press the bell icon too, so you never miss an update.